In this short video, we will model individual diagnostic testing of 4 major reading components: word recognition, spelling, word meaning, and oral reading rate. At our adult reading laboratory, we teach a practicum where graduate students are paired with adult learners from the community whom they tutor for a semester. Students are taught to assess their learners' ability on many reading components, so they can zero in on their initial instructional needs. When you participate on the website, you will be asked for your learner scores on 4 reading components that we model in this film. You will find information on the site that will help you find tests of reading components. Lynn Rasmussen, a graduate student presently enrolled in our practicum, will be testing Michael Joseph, the learner with whom she has been paired. Michael is from Haiti, where for political and economic reasons, he did not attend school long enough to learn to read well. He's been in this country for a while, but he has only recently sought in learning to speak and read English well enough to reach his goals. For government reporting purposes, he was given a standardized norm-reference silent reading comprehension test at the literacy center he attends. This performance of his overall reading ability is the only information Lynn has about her learner's reading. She will find out additional useful information as she tests Michael on these 4 reading subskills. Pay attention to the techniques Lynn uses throughout the assessment to continually reinforce its collaborative nature.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Lynn.
Let me explain what we'll be doing this evening.
Okay.
I know you took a reading test with some other learners last week.
Yes.
That test told us that you understand what you read silently at an intermediate class level.
Okay.
But that test can't tell us just what part of reading ability you need to strengthen in order to read as well as you'd like.
Okay.
We'll find that out with the short tests we'll be doing together today.
All right.
But first, I'd like to find out a little more about your education up until now.
All right.
Background information often gives us clues about how to plan a reader's instruction.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to ask you for some information that will help us understand your educational and personal history.
Okay.
If you don't want to answer any question, please tell me and we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay? Michael, what do you read very often?
I read newspapers, children's books, magazine.
Okay. How many years of school did you complete?
4 or 5.
Okay. And where was that?
In Haiti.
Okay. What do you find hard about reading?
Some long words.
Long words? Okay. Do you have trouble reading those words or understanding those words?
Yeah.
Understanding? Okay. Michael, I'm going to say a couple of sentences. Please tell me if they're true for you.
Okay.
I forget a lot of what I read right after I read it.
Sometimes.
I read very slowly.
Yes, I do.
Michael, is English your native language?
No, it isn't.
What's your native language?
Creole.
Okay. How well do you understand English? I'll read 3 sentences and you can tell me if they're true for you.
Okay.
I'm a beginner. I understand it pretty well, but I could be doing better. Very well.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Okay. When did you first have trouble with reading in school? Right away or after a few years?
I would say right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning? Okay. What are your goals in learning to read better?
I would like to have my GED, go to college, and have a better job.
Okay. All right. Would you like to read books to your children?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Do you wear glasses for reading?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have trouble hearing?
No, I don't.
Michael, do you have any health problems?
Not really.
Okay. Do you take any medications?
Yes, I do.
What do you take?
I take Polo-6
Okay. And what is that for?
for heartburns.
Okay. Okay. Michael, you mentioned you feel you read slowly sometimes.
Yes.
Reading slowly can be a problem because it takes too long to finish things, and it can cause you to lose interest in what you're reading.
Okay.
Let's get a sense of how fast you read,
All right.
your reading rate.
Okay.
I'd like you to read this passage out loud while I time you.
Okay.
Based on how well you read the word list, I don't think this passage will be too difficult for you.
Okay.
I'd like you to read it as fast as you can without making mistakes.
Okay.
Okay? Ready?
Yes.
Go.
It is Tuesday at 2:03 a.m. Sam is at work in his cab. He is thinking this job is a snap. He can work a lot, then slack off a bit. At 4 a.m. he will have a snack, then catch wink or two. All is well, thanks Sam. Home and bed by 5. Home to my Val. Sam does not know what is in for. He is passing the school when a man flags him. The man is a slob. He does not act at all well. He must be sick, thinks Sam. I will pick him up, let him off at the clinic.
That was pretty good. 51 seconds.
That's 129 words a minute for the 110-word passage. A good rate for Michael's reading ability.
Thank you.
And I especially liked the way you read with expression, even though you were reading fast.
Okay.
That shows that you know how to look for meaning in what you're reading.
Okay.
It's also a sign that you'll be able to read faster with practice.
Thank you.
You mentioned earlier that sometimes you can read long words, but you don't understand them.
Yes.
Let's take a look at that together.
Okay.
I'll ask you to tell me what some words mean.
Okay.
You don't have to give me a dictionary perfect definition.
All right.
Just try to indicate to me that you understand the word.
Okay.
Okay?
We are interested in how well the meaning of a word is known. In judging responses, we ask if the learner would understand the word in a reading passage that didn't supply explicit clues to its meaning.
Connect.
Connect, it's like something you put together.
Okay. Interruption.
Interruption is something like maybe you were sleeping, and while you were sleeping the phone is ringing. That interrupt your sleep.
Okay. Ruin.
Ruin. It's something like spoiled.
Inventor.
Inventor. It's something someone produce, make or create.
Inventor.
Inventor. Produced.
Tell me a little more.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Candidate.
Candidate could be someone who wants to play a part of government.
Okay. Energetic.
I do not understand that word.
Okay. Victorious.
Victorious is something you want and you finally get it. Like you know what you want.
Okay. Territory.
Territory is this is my place.
Okay. urge?
Urge. I do not understand that word.
Okay, that's fine. That's it, Michael. You read lists of words, spelled words, and gave word meanings.
Okay.
I also timed you while you read a short passage aloud.
All right.
Now it's important for both of us to understand what these tests can tell us.
Okay.
The fact that you automatically depend on your knowledge of the sounds of letters and letter combinations to figure out unfamiliar words when you read and spell is a real strength.
Okay.
And you're good at it.
Thank
You
you.
also have a good memory for letter combinations and words you've learned that can't be sounded out.
Okay.
You need to learn how to figure out longer words with more letter combinations.
Right.
Your spelling errors show that you sometimes confuse short vowels.
Okay.
Getting the sound of English vowels right is always difficult for ESOL learners, so we'll have to work on those.
Okay.
The words you understand very well, and you can express their meanings.
Okay. Thank you.
You just need to know more of them.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas about how you might learn more English words?
Yes, by listening to television, radio, and practice reading and writing English.
That's right. The more you read, the more words you'll learn. It's also important to hear as much English as possible.
Okay.
On television, on the radio, and in conversation with English speakers.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And for my part, Michael, I'll be teaching you words that will help you understand what you'll be able to read.
Okay.
And you'll be able to read harder words because we'll be concentrating on that skill in your lesson.
All right.
I look for good progress because not only do you show good skills in learning words and in wanting to understand what you read, but you also show a strong desire to reach your goals.
Thank you.
So I'll do my best to help you strengthen word reading, increase the number of words that you know, and to read with understanding so that reading is a more pleasurable experience.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions about this plan?
Actually, no, I don't.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock and we'll get started.
Thank you. I'll see you.
We have found that when testing is done in this collaborative way, adults usually enjoy it because they find out so much about their reading. With Lynn and Michael, not only does the teacher now know what she will be teaching, but the learner knows what to expect and why it will help. Effective teaching involves assessment and instruction in a continuous cycle. Frequent assessments will indicate to Lynn when it is time to adjust and hone her instructional techniques and focus as Michael progresses. I hope you will find this website a practical aid in planning instruction for your adult learners and a resource for furthering your understanding of adult reading development.
Next, we'll look at how well you spell the words that you're able to read.
Okay.
It may seem that reading and spelling are two separate abilities, but actually they're very connected.
All right.
Let's see where you are on this skill.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to pronounce some words, then use them in a sentence, then pronounce them again.
Okay.
You only have to write the word. You can rewrite a word as many times as you like if you want to change the way you've spelled it.
Okay.
I'll only count the last spelling of any word.
All right.
If you'd like, you can draw a line through a word that you want to try again, but I want to see your mistakes as well as your correct spellings.
Okay, then.
Why do you suppose it's important for me to see your misspellings?
And you can see my mistakes?
That's right, and I can see which letter combinations you're confused about.
Okay.
Okay?
Since most people do not spell words as well as they can read them, Lynn starts dictating words from Grade Equivalent 3 list, a level below Michael's word recognition mastery. The list we use for this demonstration gives Michael 3 words at each level, 3, 4, and 5. You should follow the directions for the test you use.
Let's give it a try. Reach.
Reach.
I can't reach the cookie jar.
Okay.
Reach. Talk. Let's talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Talk. Voice. She has a very high voice. Voice.
Okay. Okay.
Famous. I met a famous person yesterday.
Oh,
Famous.
famous. Okay. Okay.
Result. What was the test result? Result.
Result. Okay.
Explain. Please explain the directions again.
Okay.
Explain. Educate. I want to educate my daughter at home. Educate.
Okay.
Surprise. The party was a big surprise.
Okay.
Surprise. Listen. Please listen to the instructions carefully. Listen.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Michael, your spelling ability is quite close to your word reading level, which is good.
Okay.
That shows that if you see a word enough times, you remember how to spell it.
All right.
I also noticed that some words that might be difficult for you to read, you spell as they sound.
Okay.
That shows that you understand how to put letter sounds together, and that's a very important strength. Well, now, we both need to find out where you have difficulty so that I know what to teach you and you know what to practice and learn in order to strengthen your reading ability.
Okay.
Okay? We'll do these tests together. You won't be doing any writing except for a few spelling words.
Okay.
But I'll be taking notes all along so that I have a record of your reading.
Okay.
Okay?
The graded word lists we use to model testing of word recognition and spelling are composites of items from several published assessments. We wanted to model a usual testing situation where learners often read lists at 3 or 4 grade levels before reaching a mastery level. We couldn't print that many levels of any published assessment because of copyright restrictions. Users are cautioned not to use the graded word lists that are seen in the film when testing their learners on word recognition and spelling, since these are not genuine grade equivalent lists. Their reliability has not been established. Published tests of reading sub-skills can be found on the test bank in the assessment section of the website. The first test is of word recognition. It is an assessment of automaticity in the recognition of sight words and of letter and syllable combinations. Modest audible decoding is acceptable, for example, giving the sound of the first letter or syllable and then saying the whole word. But belabored decoding is discouraged by a time limit of 5 seconds for each word. If a response is correct, put a check by the word. If incorrect, write the learner's response in any way that will help you recall the mispronunciation when you analyze the test later. Look for patterns of errors that you can use as starting points for instruction.
First, we should see how strong you are in reading words from a list.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. This test can tell us how easily and at what level you can read words.
Okay.
Michael, take a look at these lists and tell me which list you feel you can read comfortably.
Okay.
You can take a look at those.
I like number 1.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's start there.
Okay.
Please start at the top and read down the list.
All right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. You don't have to read fast, and you can correct yourself if you make a mistake.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You may begin.
Eat, finger, sheep, farmer, wind, father, careful, ocean, believe, cliff.
Okay.
Lynn is aiming for the highest grade equivalent list of 10 words that Michael can read with 3 or fewer errors. Mastery grade equivalent level on this test we use is 70% correct. The test that you use may require a higher percentage correct for GE Mastery. Follow the instructions for the test you administer.
Okay, we can certainly go on to a harder one now. Same thing, start at the top and read down the list.
Okay.
You may begin.
Stretched, empty, promise, weather, fighting, notice, tired, important, middle, trade.
Okay, that's fine.
Michael cannot pronounce the English TH. This letter combination is pronounced as a D in Michael's native Haitian Creole. You heard the substitution in his pronunciation of weather as wedder, and on the previous list, father as vader. This is an articulation difference, not a reading error.
Let's go on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you may begin.
Whence, inhabitant, glowed, serious, worth, improved, collapse, amazing, amazed, creation.
Michael self-corrected his reading of 2 words on this list. We can see his careful monitoring as he corrected his first reading of the word improved. Initially, he read it as impor, probably ready to say the more familiar word important. In correcting amazing to amazed, he showed his attention even to a word's final sounds. Developing readers often substitute or omit final sounds and syllables. Michael does not consistently apply his attention to all parts of a word, but the skill is becoming more automatic. His self-corrections are indicative of strong word reading ability and also of a strong motivation to become a mature reader.
Okay, let's try another.
Okay.
Okay, you may begin.
Okay. Caution, poison, acquainted, ambition, splendid, concentration, advised, sexyful, grant, Tyler.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Okay, Michael, good job.
thank you.
That last list had several words that you probably haven't seen before.
Okay,
Yet you came pretty close to pronouncing them using your knowledge of letter sounds.
thank you.
That is the best way to try to figure out unfamiliar words, and you do it automatically. That's a very important strength.